Alright guys, so in this video we are going to be setting up your homepage. Now there's a couple of things that I want you to notice on my homepage right here. The first is the clear call to action. So when somebody comes to my website here and they land on the homepage, the first thing that they're going to see is this line right here. Making money online really can be simple. And if you know anything about the kind of make money online home business space, then you know that most people are confused. They are overwhelmed and they're just being bombarded with too much information. So they're going to see this line and it's going to speak right to them, right? It's going to speak directly to their pain. They're going to go, really? I wonder if it really can be simple. And then they'll see, and you can make it happen with my proven step-by-step plan. And this is pretty enticing, right? So below here, join my free Facebook community today and discover how you can start raking in $1,200 commissions like clockwork. I will share with you exactly what I do in my business, step by step, so that you can start making money online today. And then if they decide to click on this link, that is going to take them to a squeeze page. And we're gonna talk more about squeeze pages later on in this bootcamp. But what a squeeze page
Hey, what's going on? This is John.
Is it's a one-page website, and the only option that they have, the only thing that they can do on this web page is enter their email address. So this is going to allow me to build my email list, right? And that's really going to be your main objective with your blog. And then we scroll down a little bit further, and they'll see this. Watch the video below to discover how we can help you today. And then they're going to watch this video, which is going to explain a little bit more about my free bootcamp training. And the call to action inside of this video is for them to enter their email address on this form right here. And they do that, they're going to get instant access to my bootcamp training, and which is going to put them on my email list as well. So we scroll down a little bit further, and I've just got a couple of links right here to kind of the main, most important pages on my site that I really want people to see, right? And then we scroll down a bit further, and this is just my blog feed. So every time that I publish a new blog post, it's going to appear in this section right here. So the older one, this one right here, is going to be moved off of this page, moved off to the side, and the new one is going to appear right here. And that's going to happen automatically. Scroll down just a little bit further, and one last call to action right here. And this link, again, is going to take them to a squeeze page. So here again, the only option on this page for them is to enter their name and email to get access to my bootcamp training. So a couple of things. When the user comes to your site and lands on your homepage, it needs to be clear immediately what action they should be taking, right? So a clear call to action. The other thing is that I like the homepage to look very clean and professional. And, you know, in my opinion, the homepage is kind of like your storefront online, right? Or kind of like the cover of a book. I think that a lot of people are going to prejudge my content by how they perceive my homepage, right? And the reason that I think that is, well, that's kind of what I tend to do, right? And I think a lot of people are like that too. And then the third thing that I would like you to notice is that the homepage isn't too busy or cluttered, right? At least I don't think it is. And if you happen to disagree with that, then you can feel free to let me know down in the comments. But I think that it's fairly organized and it's not too busy or cluttered. And that's important because people browsing the internet tend to have a very short attention span. If something looks a little bit too busy or cluttered and their eyes don't really know where to look right away, they're just going to hit that back button, right, and try a different site. And we want to try and keep people on our site as long as we possibly can. So let's go ahead and actually start making your homepage look like this guy right here. So we are going to head over to your blog. So yourdomain.com/WP admin. X that out. Just going to log in here. And then we're going to go over to pages and add new. And then we're going to go click on use the Divi Builder, and we're going to use the Visual Builder. So the first thing that you notice on my site right here is this kind of background image. So what we want to do is we want to find you a good background image for this first section right here. So a site that I like to use is called freeimages.com. Now, you want to be careful when you're using images on your site, right? Because you don't want to just do a Google image search and just download any random image and use that on your blog, because a lot of those images are actually copyrighted. And I'm not saying that it is going to happen, but it can happen where the owner of that particular image that you're using might find out, and they can file a lawsuit against you, and you don't want that. So if you go to a site like this where you can download stock images, then you know 100% that you are allowed to use them. You have the rights, the legal rights to use these images on your site. So I'm going to do a search and try and find a good image for that section. I'm going to search for computer and see what we got. So these guys right here are free computer photos. Let's take this one. So then what you can do is just right click and save image as. Save that to my pictures folder. Click on save. Now, the one thing about this picture is if we use this picture as a background and we use text, it's going to be kind of hard to read, right? So we want to kind of darken the picture. So I'm going to show you what I do, what tool I use to do that. So we're going to go to canva.com. This is a free image editor that I like to use. So let's click on more right here. And I'm going to use this one right there. Doesn't really matter which one you pick in this case. You can just clear that all out of there. So then what you want to do is on the left-hand side right here, click on Uploads and on Upload Your Own Image. Then we're going to find that image that we just downloaded. So it's this one right here. And then we'll just click on that picture and that'll add it into our editor. So we'll drag that a little bit bigger to fit the editing space right there. And then what you want to do is you want to click on Elements. And we'll click on Shapes and this white square right here. And then we will increase the size there just to fill the editing space. Like that, and I'm going to change the color to black, like that, and then I'm just going to add some text. Don't worry, this will make sense in just a second here. So I'll add the text. I'm going to change the text color to white because that's what the color is going to end up being on our site. There you go. And now what we're going to do is just click on this black area right here outside of that text area. And then we're going to click right here, and that's going to let you adjust the transparency. So now you can kind of choose the darkness that you want. That's going to make the text look clear and easy to read. So I think I'm going to go just like that. And then you can just go ahead and delete all that text. Whoop, just deleted the wrong one here. Just click undo if you accidentally do that as well. And then select the text. and then just erase it all. And then once you have that done, then we're just going to go and click on download. Download again. And I'm using Chrome, so this is going to put this into my downloads folder. So if you're using Chrome as well, then you want to click on your latest download, click on the little arrow, and show in folder. And I'm going to move that picture into my pictures folder right here. I'll just paste that into there. I'll rename it to something that I can remember. We'll just call it Computer Dark. There you go. And we can X that out, and we can X that, and that we won't need Canva anymore. So now what you want to do is you want to click on the settings area, which is going to be, there you go, for this, and then we're going to edit the settings for the section. And the background image that we want is the one that we just created. So click on upload files right there, and select files. And so I put that into my pictures, and I called it Computer Dark. So we're going to upload that picture. And then we'll just click on right there, upload an image. And that is good enough for this section. Click on the check mark right there. And then what we're going to do is click on this green plus button right there, add a full row, and we're going to add a call to action module. And the title of this call to action, we're just going, for this demonstration, we'll just copy, I'm just going to copy the text that I have on my main website here. I would not recommend that you do that, because if you do, Google is actually going to penalize you for having duplicate text. If you have the exact same content that I do, Google is never going to rank you. And it could also hurt my rankings. So I would ask that you don't copy my content word for word. But for this demonstration, that's what I'm going to do. So you can create your own kind of copy. Copy that and paste that into there. And the button URL. So if you have a company squeeze page for a company that you're promoting, then you can use that. If you have a squeeze page that you've created, then you can use that URL in there. If you don't have a squeeze page yet, that's fine. We are going to be covering that in a future lesson in the bootcamp training. So if you want to, for now, you can just leave it blank. But for this demonstration, I'm just going to use the exact same squeeze page that I used on my main blog right here. So I'm going to copy that address and just paste it into there. I'm going to make this URL open in a new tab. And the button text that I'm going to use is tell me more. Use background color? No, I'm not going to use a background color. And the content. So this is where you would add this little paragraph right here. So I'm just going to copy that text. We'll paste that into there. I'm going to click on design, and I'm going to make the max width 650. And you might have to play around with this a little bit until you have this looking kind of the way that you want. I'm going to actually make it just a touch. Actually, what I'm going to try and do is increase the header font size. There you go. I kind of like that. And then you can kind of see that this header text right here looks kind of mushed together. So what you can do is you can increase your header line height right here. So I'm going to keep that right there at 1.2. And I'm going to click on the check mark. I think that looks good. So now what we're going to do is we are going to add a new section. This section right here is what we're going to create now. So what you want to do is you want to click on the blue plus button right there. And we're going to add a regular section. But this one is going to have two sections like this. So choose that one. And then the first section that we're going to add is the video section. Now, if you don't have any video yet to put into here, that's fine. Just skip this section, and you can go straight down to where we start doing this part right here. So I'm going to add a text module. That's where I'm going to insert my video. I'm going to center that, and I'm going to grab the URL for this video. I'm going to copy the viewer URL of that video and head over there. And then you want to click on share, click on embed, and then copy this code right here. Now, if you remember when we added a video into one of our pages previously, you want to click on text right here and just paste that into there. And here again, the only HTML that I know. And we're going to do the slash, center, and close brackets. And we're going to click on the check mark. So there is our video right there. And we haven't covered the squeeze pages section just yet, and the opt-in form section. We haven't covered that yet. So what we're going to do for now is we're just going to leave this section alone right here. So this will just stay blank for the time being. What we're going to do though is we are going to add a background image into this, behind this video right here. So we'll click on settings for that, and we're going to upload another image. I'm going to select files, and we're going to try and find kind of a lighter image. So just bear with me for a second while I find a picture that is going to work for that. And if you want to just go ahead and use free images to find another picture that you like, you can go ahead and do that. We'll use this one. We'll see how that looks. And then we'll click on upload an image. There you go. That might work. That does not look too bad. So we'll click on the check mark right there. Now, I forgot to add the header text for that section, so we're just going to go ahead and do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to add another section right here, and we're going to add a full-length section. And we'll add a text module. We're going to center that text, click on visual right there, and paste my text into there. Just like that. So what you can do if you want to move this around, because we want this to be on top of the video, right? So you can hover on this button right here and just click and drag it up to where you want it. And I want that right there. Now you can, I think I want this text to be bolded just so that it stands out just a little more. So I'm going to select that and click on that right there. And I think that looks all right. So like I said, we're going to leave this little area alone for now. And then what we're going to do is we're going to move down to this guy right here. Now, you're not going to have this free bootcamp training page just yet, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to add another row, just a regular row, or a section, sorry, and then we're going to add a 3-part row right there. And then we're going to add a blurb. So the first one that we're going to add to your site is we're going to add a work with me blurb. So we're going to call this work with me. That's going to be the title, and the URL is going to be the actual link of your work with me page. So mine was greeneffect.com/work with me. So I'm going to just copy that link right there. I'm going to paste it into the URL section right there. We're going to open it in the same window, and we're going to find an icon to use. So you can just go ahead and use whichever icon kind of matches the link that you're using. So we're going to find something that looks like it could work for a work with me page. Let's try these tools right here. Let's see what that looks like. I think that works. I think that looks good. Circle icon. So you can kind of customize things here. You can change the color of this circle if you want. I'm just going to keep it like this. And if you want to add some content underneath the work with me part right there, then you can do that. I'm just going to copy some text just to fill that area up right there. I'm going to paste that into there. And you can kind of play around with the designs here, so you can kind of change things around to kind of change the look and the feel of it if you want to. For this video, we're just going to call that done. We're going to click on the check mark right there. And then we are going to add the next blurb. And here we're going to add the About Me page that we created. So you need to find the link for your About Me page. That's mine, so I'm going to copy that link and paste it into the URL section right there. Use icon, yes. So let's find an icon that kind of matches an About Me page. So you got all kinds of icons to choose from here. There you go, that's what I was looking for. So we'll use that one. And then we'll fill it with this text right here. Copy that and scroll down, paste it into our content section, and click on the check mark. Now we're going to add our third blurb, and this is going to be your contact page. So find that URL. Right there. We'll copy that. Paste that URL into there. Find another icon here. We'll use this phone icon. We're going to add some more content. We'll copy that stuff. And paste it into there. And that is it for that section. So you can see that this is a fairly simple process building pages with the Divi Visual Builder, right? So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add a blog section. Now you're not going to have a whole lot of blog posts on your website yet, and you're probably going to have no blog posts. That's okay. That'll become automatically populated as we go through, as we finish up the bootcamp, right? So we're going to click on add another section and a full width row, and then we're going to add a blog module. That's this one right here. So do we want the full width or do we want the grid layout? I personally like the grid layout. And obviously you've only got one post, so that's the only post. This is just the post that automatically appears with every brand new WordPress blog. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change this number to 6, only because on my website right here I've got only 6 blog posts that appear in the feed on the front page here. And that's really it for that section. If you want to change some of this, if you want to take away this, take away the date here, then you can just turn this off. And that'll take the date away. If you want to take away the categories, just uncheck that. It's all just very simple. So we're just going to keep it like that. It's very clean this way, right? So we'll click on the check mark right there. And we're going to add just one more call to action, same as I've got on my page right here. So what we're going to do is we are going to add another row. So click on the blue plus button again, click on regular, and we're going to choose another full width section right there, and we're going to do another call to action. And the title of this, I'm just going to copy this text here just for the sake of time. We're going to try and keep this video relatively short. I'm going to paste that into the title right there. The button URL, just going to copy that link address and paste it into there. And for you, you can leave this blank for now until you actually create your first squeeze page, and then you can come back here and actually paste your squeeze page link into there. And we're going to open this in a new tab as well. And the button text, I'm going to make it gimme the training. Use a background color, no. And the text color here, actually, you know what? I'm gonna say yes. We're gonna use a background color. However, we're gonna make the background color black, and we're going to change the transparency. Now, we'll click on the check mark for now, and we're gonna add another background image to this blue row right there. So go to the sections and find another image. For the sake of this video, we'll just use this background image right here. Click on upload an image, and then click on that check mark right there. I'm going to go back to the settings for this module and click on design, and we'll make the header font size just a little bit smaller. Just right there. And we're going to change the header line height again, just to keep it from being squeezed together like this. Then we're going to go back to general, and we're going to turn off the background color and click on the check mark right there. I think that looks good. So guys, that's really all there is to it. Now, if you want to kind of change settings around, make things look a little bit different, change the feel of things, you can go through the Divi documentation like I showed you in a previous video, and you can just kind of learn how to use this theme. You can learn how to use all the different settings to kind of customize things to make things look the way that you like them, right? And just kind of play around with the settings. It'll take you maybe some time to get it perfect the way that you want, but just go ahead and just be willing to dive in and just learn the skill, right? So we're going to call this homepage done for the time being. So click on that purple button right there, and we're just going to click on publish. Now, in order to make this page actually show up when somebody types in just your domain, there's a setting that we need to change in the dashboard right here. So what you want to do is you want to go to the Divi settings right here and click on Theme Options. And then under General, I believe it's under General, maybe not. Let's see, it might be under, just bear with me for a second, it might be under Settings and Reading. Front page displays, there it is. So we want a static page, right? So the front page displays a static page. We'll click on that, and then right here, front page, home page, I believe that the page we just created, we did not remember to give it a title. So let's go to Pages and just click on All Pages. And this one here with no title, let's click on, right-click on View and open a new tab, see if that's the one. And yes, it is. So, no title, just click on Edit. We're going to edit the link right here. We're just going to name that Home. So the link for this page is going to end up being agreeneffect.com/home2, apparently. That's fine. We're going to call this, we're going to make the title of this just simply Welcome. And we're going to click on Update. So now we're going to go back to Settings and under Reading. And the front page displays, just select Welcome right there. And scroll on down and click on Save Changes. So now, if you go to type in your domain, yourname.com or whatever your domain name is, then it should land on your home page. So let's go ahead and try that. And there you go, it lands on your home page. So let's just go and get rid of this social sharing right here. It doesn't really look complete on this page, right? So let's go back to the dashboard. And under Super Socializer, we'll go on General Options. Let's click on Social Sharing right there. And we'll click on Standard Interface. And we'll scroll on down. So what we want is we want those social sharing icons to appear at the bottom of our content, not at the top. So we're going to uncheck top and we're going to check the bottom one right there. And the placement, we're going to keep it on the posts, but not on the pages. So uncheck the pages and just keep the posts checked. And then we're going to click on Save Changes. And then let's go back to our home page again. And there you go. So that is it for your home page. Now, in the next video, we are going to go ahead and actually set up your menu. So it's going to be a bit of a shorter video than the last couple. So with that being said, thanks for watching. If you're seeing this video on YouTube, then feel free to actually subscribe to my free bootcamp training. Links down in the description. And if you're watching this in the bootcamp training, then you can move on to the next video. Bye for now.